this off. Hello. See what's going on here. Maybe I don't have these on. Yeah, that's where it is. Codec is this.
Public because of the danger of undetonated bombs. Myra and his guide finally find what they've been searching for. This is Vermont Brown's just in.
All right, are we there? Yep. Okay, we have liftoff. Now, if you're a paid subscriber or better, you'll be able to join the meeting. If not, you can watch on YouTube, which is fine by me. Let's see here. We need to get to the control room. There's so many buttons and windows and things. YouTube Studio. As soon as I get the control room up, I'll explain how to get in here. Okay, content. And a live post. I want to go to the control room here. Let's see here, go live, view and live control room. There we are. Okay. No, it's not made for kids. Enable that. And save. All right, we got 2 likes and 4 viewers. All right, so what's going on is, if you are a paid subscriber or higher, I've sent out a like it's not catching up. There we go. I've sent out a message on my channel that will give you the access to this meeting. And if you're not a paid subscriber, you can just watch this. But if you'd like to contribute or come in and ask a question, you have to be a subscriber or higher on this particular meeting. Now, let me explain what I'm doing and where we're at. Okay, today, let me change views here. That way we know we're working. Today, I went out, as you might have seen, the test and tune, and I ran that airplane. And the day before, we had some problems where there it is. We had some problems that the engine wouldn't run correctly. Well, I called Randy, and Randy told me exactly what was wrong with it, and that's exactly what was wrong with it. The tank was overheating, and it was going rich at about the horizontal eighth. Fuel got hot, caused the oil to thin out, the fuel to flow faster, and it would go rich. So you might have seen where I put in a shelf with aluminum foil and insulated the tubes and moved all the piping and all that other business. The motor runs perfectly. Well, I'm on such a short window that I have more flights on this particular airplane, and this airplane is more in tune with this airplane hanging on the wall here, more in tune with that one, and that's my go-to airplane where if all else fails, that one flies extremely well. It just needs some finish work done. It needs to be refinished. Anyway, so today I made the decision that we're going to go to this airplane here, the Tucker. I wanted to fly the big block motor, but there's just no way. It's about a month away from being buffed and rubbed, where this is, I've been working on this for the past 3 months, getting it closer to finish, polished out. Now this airplane has been sanded with 1,500, 2,000, and 3,000. The reason why I hadn't hit it with 5,000, which that's what this is I couldn't find any. Well, today we went out and found it. I also picked up a couple other products I'm going to try, which is a super hard shell finish by Turtle Wax and the swirl remover. Where did it go? Here we go. This was pretty cheap stuff at Walmart. Anything from Turtle Wax normally is a pretty good product. Scratch and swirl remover. So we'll try that. And then this hard shell Turtle Wax after I get it polished. Now I did buy some of this other wax from McGuire's, and I got to tell you, I'm not impressed. So category is entertainment. Well, that's good. I guess we're entertaining. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an overview on what exactly 5,000 does. Now I sanded up. I don't know if you can see it. I sanded this up here, and it's kind of dull. I sanded along here, and it's kind of dull. And this whole nose, and this area right here in 5,000. And the lighting is, it's kind of hard to give you a real grasp. There you go. You can see the difference. Look at that side. This is shiny, and this is flat. Well, this is called the bone out. I need to get this whole airplane down to where all the pock marks are gone. And this is all the pock marks are gone right here. And it was done with 5,000. So we're going to sit. I mean, when you think that the sanding is done because the paint is on it, yeah, it could be. I mean, more than likely it's good enough for most. But you want to go that extra mile, you have to bone it out and then polish it up and then get the swirls out of it. And then it'll look like monocoat. Is the audio okay? Can you guys hear me all right? I had a problem with the sound box when I first started. I don't know that I got it fixed. And if I didn't, I apologize. Try rubbing right here, see if you can get any idea what flat is. I could really feel it dragging. Now get this one wing boned out. Audio is fine, great. Now, thank you, Alan. I need a sound mixer is what I need. So these finishes like this with dope or lacquer are a lot of work, but they're really satisfying. When you look at it and it looks like a baby grand piano, when you're done, you go, wow, that's pretty cool. As soon as I get this one wing, the whole thing polished up, we'll go ahead and bring up the shine and see what it looks like. See if you can see the difference. When I said that the shine comes from sanding, I wasn't kidding. And I know that the videos are really boring. How can a guy spend that much time sanding? Well, if you watch Windy videos, you know that's what he did. Got that Dave Day guy from England that said, "You're still working on that?" Yeah, I'm still working on it. But you will shine like a jewel when it comes natch time. And I'll be doing this all the way to the natch, but I probably won't bore you with every single detail of the polish. I'll show you when it's finished, but I don't think you guys could handle a week's worth of rubbing videos. What do we got? 10 viewers, 3 likes. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, become a paid member so you can get in to talk to me. If you look at the community tab on my channel, if you're a paid subscriber like Alan is, there'll be a link in the community tab to come in and join this meeting. You might get a notice, but I might be done by the time you get a notice. So go to my channel and go to the community tab and look for the posts. And you'll be able to come in and ask a question live. If you have a video camera or a microphone or whatever, you can come in by telephone even. Just something else we're trying, I'm trying to bring control line to the 21st century. Something out of the 20th century into the 21st century. Okay, it's pretty boned out for the most part. We'll try hand rubbing and not machine polishing. I'm gonna have to do this some more here. These this airplane's at a point where this has all been done several times with 3000, where I'm just going over and really hitting the spots that need it. And you think, well, what the heck is that good does that do? Well, it really shows the effort when it's out on the flight line. And until you've done it once, you really can't appreciate it. You can feel it drag when it starts to drag, it's cutting. Okay. As Hunt would say, I got the paint rubbed off of it. No, not really, not yet. Let's hit this a little bit more. And these spots will go away. If it's not shiny enough, sand it. Like I say, the Continental's about a month away with the rubbing stuff, and I think I'm just gonna forego that until next season. We'll fly that one next year. Try to get it trimmed out and polished up. So can you see the difference in the two wing panels? That's shiny, not as shiny as it will be. And that has a shine to it, but it doesn't look like glass. Well, we're going to make it look like glass. So I found that this McGuire's Ultimate Compound seems to have enough grit in it to make things come up pretty fast. So we'll hit it with this, and then we'll hit it with the swirl remover. Wash and dry. Okay, so now we'll make it look like glass. I'm gonna bring the heat up, so gotta make it warm. I could do it with the buffer, but you know, back in the day, I didn't have a buffer. I just did it by hand, and the buffer works pretty good for the preliminary spot. But I think hand rubbing is still the method of choice because I got better control on it. So now you guys have seen all what it takes to build a super nice control line airplane, all the way from the first piece of wood cut, because I showed everything on this airplane, to the hundreds of hours of sanding and I told you it takes about 100 hours to polish it. That is a true story. I don't know how many hours I got polishing so far, but remember the Q&A is for members only. If you're a member only, go to the community board. Will you be broadcasting for live? Yes, I will be broadcasting from the nets. I got 100-foot extension cord. My generator's operational now. I'll take this stand, a piece of wood, my computer, 3 cameras, and we'll broadcast live from the nets. Now, the bandwidth on that is ridiculously expensive. I'm going to need some help. So when you guys see that, please drop super chats. I won't see it until next month, but all the money from super chats goes into production of Stunt Hangar. Shit, all the money from PayPal goes into production of Stunt Hangar too. I used to give away kits, but it became so expensive for the server that I could no longer give away kits. Server runs me $300 a month. The bandwidth on this stupid thing is about $10 a gig on broadcasting at the field. So that helped quite a bit. If you were here and could see the flatness of it. So let's try this other stuff here. This is probably 20,000 grit. I don't know. Ooh, it's got that smell. I love that smell. And when I was a kid, and we'd be getting ready for a contest or whatever, I'd grab my mother's furniture polish airplanes with furniture polish. Lemon Joy or whatever the hell it was, Lemon Pledge. It worked all right. But the airplanes I did, thank you very much for the super chat. That will help for bandwidth come Nats time next week. I've got to take, some phones have the option for bandwidth. Mine does not. So I have to take, I bought a hotspot. And, the Nats has Wi-Fi out there. But the only time I can use the Wi-Fi is when I'm under the pagoda. If you're under the pagoda, I can't film. So I got to take the Wi-Fi out on the LPAD. mean, I use their Wi-Fi as much as I can, but if we're going to get the action on the LPAD, I have to have Wi-Fi. It just doesn't reach out there. It's not strong enough. I think I'm about done with this panel. As stated many times, the paint job is never completed, it's only abandoned. Yes, everything on this airplane is Randolph. Used to be all Aerogloss, but can't get that no more, so next best thing is Randolph. Got a spot right here that's kind of shady. So we'll rub on that a little more. I don't want any judge, hey, what are we gonna do about that? Nothing. Will I ever win a concourse? Possibly, but more than likely, because I don't use enough paint, all everybody's looking for is the shine. Or I'm looking for shine and weight, but I can only do what I can do. This is 1 quart of dope. You show me somebody else that can do this with 1 quart of dope. One quart of clear and 1 pint of color. One pint, because it mixes up to a quart. Paul Brunell, Sparky, thanks for all you've done for the hobby. Hey, no problem. Shit, I saved Buda Park back in the late 90s. Buzz Westfall. We got one damn model airplane park, and they want to get rid of it so people can play soccer. There's 10,000 soccer fields everywhere. We got one model airplane park, and I made my case before the county commissioner, Buzz Westfall, and we won. Does it look like glass yet? Get up here on this nose right here. That's been sanded flat with the 5000. A little bit of this ultimate compound. Now keep in mind what this looks like. It looks kind of shiny, but that ain't shine. This is shine right there. It will shine like a jewel. So with the decision made, my entire focus will be on getting this ready for next week. Every night will be fixing a spot or looking after a spot, because this won't get done in one night. There's just no way. And I'll still be doing it the day before clearance judging in the hotel room. But you can see how that came up. Big difference. I was asked, will colored dope shine? Absolutely. You don't need clear on it. You use 1 quart for the wheel pants, holy moly. Yeah, 1 quart on the entire airplane is all that's on there. And I've explained the process. 1 pint for substrate mixed to a quart. 1 pint for top coat mixed to equal 1 quart. I know guys that have put a gallon of dope on their airplane. A gallon. God. No wonder why they're 80 ounces. This airplane's a little overweight, but it flies the best. The other one will take much more rubbing to get complete. So it was a pipe dream to try to make that happen, but I had people that wanted to see that, and I'm going to bring it, but I won't be entering it. I'll be entering this. Doesn't matter that it's a side exhaust, non-piped airplane, because these Brian Gardner motors run so much better. I mean, it's high zoot. You listen to the flight videos today, and the flights weren't great, but I learned what I needed to learn. I had a tail wheel problem that was making a hell of a grinding noise when you land, so got that fixed. And I learned a lot today. Okay. Let's see if we get it. Jim says that it glistens sometimes. Okay. Looks wet. That's what I'm looking for. So now I got 1 panel done. That only took 35 minutes, and it's still not really done. See that it dulled up a little bit. Clean towel. I have to come back and hit it again. Like it's I didn't get enough on there. I did get it with this again. You can always tell if you have rubbed it long enough. It's cloudy. And if it has that cloud look on it, it's not completely polished. So you keep rubbing until the cloud goes away. It's a fine balancing act to get a decent finish, light, decent finish. Need to move this back before I poke a hole in the wing. At this stage right now, it'd be a disaster. If something happened, I could fix it, but in a week it would be all hands on deck type thing. It would be a scramble. So we don't want anything to happen. Yeah, see that cloud came out now. One quart on wheel. Okay, let's try a little bit of this. No, this is hard shell. I don't want to use that yet. We won't hard shell it until the whole thing's been polished and swirl removed and all that. Once again, if you're a paid subscriber, such as Alan, if you go to the page on my channel, the community tab, you'll see a post. And in that post, there's a link to join this Zoom meeting. And only members can see it, paid subscribers. So if you have a question, you can ask me in real time. And I'd like for somebody to come in and give that a whirl. I'm trying to see if I can make it work. Yeah, that helps. Trying to get the swirls out of this. Yeah, not bad. Okay. It's a double aught silk span. Free flight silk span, lightest you can get. That's on the wings. There's Japanese tissue on the fuselage and Japanese tissue on the flaps, elevators, rudder, fuselage. Fiberglass on the nose. Double aught silk span on the wings. If I could have got triple aught, it'd have been triple aught. To be honest with you, if I could have got the Japanese tissue to work on the wings, it'd have been Japanese tissue. But my name's not Jerry Phelps, and I couldn't get it to work. What I need to do is start hanging out with some free flight guys and learning how they do some things. Them guys use Japanese tissue on little stick models, and they can get it on without a wrinkle. If they can do it, I can do it. I just don't know the technique. Getting it on wood surface, solid wood surface is not that difficult. Stretching it out over large open bays is a real trick. Okay, we're 40 minutes in. It took 40 minutes for one wind panel. Let's do this other one. At least we get it started anyway. It doesn't look like anybody wants to participate in the Zoom meeting. That's too bad. And I got to do this to the bottom and the fuselage and the elevator. These just happen to be out there that everybody can see, so I decided I'd do these first. Of course, I've been working on this damn thing 6 months trying to get it. But we're down to the wire now. We're on the final stage. So when I do this, I sand it out and dry it off and see where there's any shiny spots. The shiny spots are the spots that I missed, and go back over and hit those. On everything completely flat, it gets a milky color. Not too many people have Zoom. I will try it. Well, if you're a paid member, you can get in. It's for my paid subscribers. Your name will appear in green. It costs, I think, $4.95 a month to be a subscriber, to see that post. And there's other things that I'm going to do for subscribers. We might do some special stuff during the Nats for the subscribers. Inside subscriber videos only. If you guys are interested, I can do a Zoom meeting from the LPAD. You can talk to some world champions. Ask them questions. Because I don't know anything. Hell, I'm just an old guy playing with toys. This one here is just about ready. I called Jim yesterday and he said, I feel for you. I know exactly where you're at with the 5,000. You got to see Jim's airplanes. They're beautiful. I mean, the guy is a craftsman, bar none. But he does it just like I do it, the old school way, hand rubbed, hand polished, tissue and dope. So now dry it off and see where any of the shiny spots are. And that's where you got to go back over. Yeah, I see some already. Got it good out here. bit on the flap. Pretty boned out. And if you do this step, your airplane will be a cut above. I mean, most people leave this out. It's just way too much work. That's why they call it finish, because it's the last thing you do. And there's a certain feel you got to have for it, because you could poke your finger right through the paper in a heartbeat. I can't give you that, Walt. It's in the members only section. If I did that, we wouldn't need any members. Oh hell, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do that. We'll see. I've never met you before. I'll let you in. Let's see if I can get this up here. What's the Zoom meeting ID? I'm just going to post that right here in chat. Let's see. I had this Zoom meeting ID. Copy. There you go. It looks like your bit rate is lower than necessary. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, thanks, Ty. Like I say, I know some guys can use it. I don't know the secret to it yet. You say it's stronger than silk span. Shit, I couldn't get it to go on there without coming apart. It was tough stuff, tough to get on there. We had two guys working it too, John and me. Let's see here. Love your videos, YouTube videos. When you're out at the field drawer now, your buddies seem to leave the camera in one position and you go off. Well, yeah, it's too hard to be in two places at once. Thank you, Marcel, for that comment on the last at the field video. I guess I can bring some people in from Stunt Hangar. We'll go to the at the bench and we'll let some people in from there. Let's see here. 6 o'clock Saturday hangout, new topic. 6 o'clock. 6. Come on, you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody come in here? No. Oh yeah, maybe. I can't tell. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, Walt. Unmute your microphone. Well, he got out. Oh, you almost got in, Walt. I got so many damn windows open, I can't tell what's going on here. Let's see here. Drag this over here. Gotta go here. Control A. Control A. Control C. We'll get some people in here in a second. People from Stunt Hangar will. Saturday meeting. SATURDAY meeting. MET. I kind of wanted to do it for paid members, but I guess if they don't want to participate, post. We'll stay on for, come on, post. There we go. There we go. We'll get some people in here in a second. So I have a camera swap I could do. Let's see what that looks like. That's better. We are doing what here? Yeah. All right. I don't know why that thing wants to go full screen all the time. So now if you want to join the meeting, go to the At the Bench thread and come on in. Doesn't seem like our paid subscribers want to play, so. And Jim Lynch said if I start doing this on Thursday, he'd like to participate. And that sounds good to me. This man is such a craftsman. You got to see his P-47. He built a Al Raid P-47, not a Billy P-47. And I bet you guys didn't know Al Raid had a P-47. Hey, there's somebody. Unmute your mic. Moto, unmute your mic. Let's see here. Unmute your mic. There you go. How's it going, Moto?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't put my name in, huh?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
I couldn't get people that were subscribers to come in, so I opened it up to the Stunt Hangar guys.
Yeah, I just got home. I was on the road, so I couldn't join in.
Are you on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm Eddie.
Huh? Oh, Eddie?
Yeah,
Eddie what?
Eddie Suter.
Oh, so you're a paid.
I'm Mike's buddy from North Tennessee.
So you're a paid subscriber then?
Yes. Yeah, I came through the subscribers only channel.
Yeah, nobody wanted to play. I've been on for an hour, so I opened it up to Stunt Hangar guys. We're gonna do some special stuff for the subscribers during the Nationals. So I would suggest anybody watching this that's not a paid subscriber to go ahead and hit the join button. It's $4.95 a month, big deal. Price of a cup of coffee.
Couple of Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, a couple Dr. Peppers.
I was hoping to get some flying done this afternoon, but it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds here.
Well,
I don't need to fly that bad.
we got a few flights in this morning. I learned what I needed to learn, that I needed to stop playing with that other airplane and get serious with this.
Well, did you figure out the fuel issue on it?
Yes. Randy called Randy Smith. He said that I was boiling the tank to insulate the tank, and that worked. It worked perfect.
Cool.
The problem with the other airplane is not that it doesn't fly, because it flies okay, but it's going to take some more trimming to get it to fly as good as this. But I'm a month away on finish. This is 6 months ahead of the other one in the rubber
Right.
polishing stages. So
And you got what? 7
week.
days? Yeah, 6, 7 days.
yeah. So we're down to the wire.
I'm going to be up there. I'm going to come up there for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and come back Wednesday. So,
But you're not even going to see the real flying then. It don't start until Wednesday.
yeah, I'll come back Wednesday afternoon. But yeah, I just can't get the full week off. And it's easier for me to come up there on a Sunday and not have to burn 1 day vacation.
Where do you live?
About 20 miles north of Nashville. I'm about 4.5 hours away. I'm right at the Tennessee-Kentucky line. According to Google, it's 4.5 hours, 5 hours. So depends on how fast you drive, I guess.
I've seen you. I mean, I recognize your face, but
Yeah. Well, we've talked on the last live chat you had, and because I was the one that was having trouble after Rusty blocked me by accident.
oh yeah, okay.
I've been on Stunt. I get on with Charles and them online. So plus I met you a long time, about 2009, 2010 in Paducah when you had the Thunderbolt.
Beautiful airplane, wasn't it?
One of the few Thunderbolts that you had.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful plane too. You do beautiful work, man.
Thank you. That was
But
my favorite airplane.
like you said, it's how much time and effort you want to put into it. I don't do competitions. I build to fly. I want them to look halfway decent, but I'm not, I don't go to the extremes near that you do to do it. And I've got a bunch of them I got to redo. Ones that I used to do monocoat. I haven't done silk or do paper and dope in probably 35 years. So I'm gonna try. I've got me a gallon of Randolph dope, and I'm gonna get back into it. I like the old school. I like being able to make my own designs. To me, it's a lot easier to paint it than it would be to cut iron on and get everything straight.
Now, I don't know whether you know this gentleman I'm going to mention, but do you know Louis Rankin?
No.
He's out of Memphis. And
Mike's the only one from Tennessee I know.
Louis Rankin does monocoat, and you can't tell that it's not painted. I mean, it's that, yeah, he's
That's an
really,
art. That's an art right there.
he's really, really good.
I ain't figured out how to hide the seams.
Lewis Rankin figured it out. He had a miniature Geo. A Geo XL is a 60-inch wingspan. I think his airplane had probably a 50-inch wingspan, maybe 52. But you look at that thing, it's very hard to see the seams. I mean, if you look hard enough, you can, see what's going on. Really good job. Did you know Alan Brickhouse?
I know the name. That's about it.
Brickhouse, he back in the early 90s, I did The Sorcerer, and that's in the gallery.
Yeah.
But the wings on that are monocoat and the fuselage is painted. And after he saw that, everything he did was monocoat wings and painted fuselages. And you can make it look halfway decent. It's just not for me.
Yeah, that's the way all my. I mean, I grew up on profiles. I got a Goldberg shoestring. My dad's got a Goldberg Cosmic Wind. First built up body we had was Dad bought a Peacemaker for like $8 at a flea market one year back when we was teenagers, and he built it. And that was other than that, everything's profile. So we, paint the body, and iron on the wings.
Well, $8 back in those days is like $80.
Oh no, this was probably back in well, let's see. Yeah, I guess it was before I went in the Navy in December 90, so it was before 90. So yeah, it was like maybe probably $5 or $8, but it wasn't much.
What were you in the Navy?
I was an optical man. I worked on periscopes.
Oh, a submariner, huh?
Well, no, I worked on tenders, but we tended destroyers and but we tended surface ships and submarines. But when I got my first duty station was Pearl Harbor, sub base Pearl Harbor. So I got to play with periscopes.
Did you stand over the deck of the Arizona?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that humbling?
Yes, it is. I couldn't stay there long. My dad was in the Navy too. He was a lieutenant. He was the navigator on the USS Guadalcanal. His last ship.
My dad just passed away.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm sorry about hearing about it, man.
It's part of life,
Yep. Yeah.
98 and 1 day. And
Wow. Yeah, my dad's 81. He's going on 82, so he's getting there.
my dad was at every major battle in the Pacific. Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal, all of them.
Wow.
They tended everything. He was on the AO-62 USS Kaluga, the only tanker to be hit by a Japanese kamikaze during World War II that didn't sink.
Huh.
Look it up. It's kind of wild. And the reason being is that the guy was standing on the bridge and he saw that kamikaze coming, and they always head for the stack. And he pulled the fire extinguishers before the airplane hit, and it went all the way down to the bottom, but it didn't burn because the fire extinguishers were on already.
Right.
Everything. I put up my dad did an interview for the Toluga Lounge, and it's online. You can listen to him. He has a hard time talking because he had a stroke. But I was an AMS and he was fire control tech,
AMS, that's machinist mate?
aviation structure mechanic.
Okay, yeah,
I was a painter.
okay. That's right. You said you painted the couple of warbirds.
Right. I the bicentennial, the 1976 F-14 out of VF-124 is my design, and I painted that. And
Yeah, I looked that one up. I remember you talking about it, and I looked it up. That's cool.
VF-211, you could tell a model airplane guy did it.
Yeah,
I
all the
won
lines
it.
are- all the lines are straight.
I won the contest easily, hands down. That's what the lieutenant told me. He said the rest were shit. Anyway, I also designed and painted VF-211's squadron. I was in 211, so the checkmates, the F-14. Now they've since revamped it. They're an FA or some other type. They're an attack squadron, not a fighter squadron. But during Vietnam time, we were a fighter squadron.
Yeah, I did 5 years and I got out. I got out right when the tailhook scandal was going on.
Yeah.
I said, I've had enough of this crap.
Did you guys, was Admiral Zumwalt, you're still the Admiral? Did you guys have Z-grams?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't remember who was our admiral.
He was Admiral of the Navy,
Yeah.
Admiral Zumwalt. And the thing I miss most about the Navy, and I know you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, chocolate milk in a box.
Yeah.
That was the best chocolate milk.
We actually had, of course, in Pearl, the barracks that I stayed in during World War II was, well, I should say the galley was in the basement, and it was the morgue during World War II. So we were eating in the morgue, but the Pearl Harbor had when I got there in September of 91 after school, and they had the Admiral Star or whatever it is for the best galley. They had it 6 years in a row. So they had excellent food there. But I never went underway. I was a sand crab.
You know Dan Banjock? That name ring a bell?
Yeah, I know who he is. I don't know him yet. Yeah. He's the one that he flies those big ass planes. Right? Has the extra, he's the one that has the oversized flight screen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He did the same job. He was an AMS on the same airplane 10 years after me.
Oh, wow. Dad, like I said, Dad was his last duty station was Guadalcanal, but his last ship was Guadalcanal. His last duty station was the reserve base in Hartford, Connecticut. And in 71, I guess it was 71 or 72, he got fired. I thought, Daddy, how did you get fired from the Navy? But it was right at the end of Vietnam, and they were doing away with all the active reserves. And he was an active reservist, but the CO of the reserve base there, and he got a letter one morning when he come into his office there, opened up the mail and says, "Dear Mr. Suter, as of whatever date it was, you are relieved of duty." I'm like,
All right, see ya.
damn. I'm like, damn, Dad, you got fired through the mail. Because they didn't have text messaging back then, so he came home and went to work for Tenneco and retired from there. So
How much was beer in the Gedunk machine when you were in?
oh, I don't know. We didn't have it in the Gedunk. We just went over to the lounge on base and bought it.
You didn't have any beer machine in the barracks?
No.
Yeah, we had beer in the barracks, 15
Yeah.
cents a can. Budweiser.
We couldn't. In the barracks we could have a microwave. That was it. And then there was no common area. If you wanted anything like that, you had to go to the on base onto the to the
EM club.
club. Yeah, you had to go to the club or to the galley if it was open.
I also miss mid rats.
Never had that.
Mid rats. When we were on shore, we used to come back after drinking at the bar at 2 o'clock and then eat mid rats.
Yeah.
They'd be just shutting down when we get back.
Yeah, I mainly got out for two reasons. One was they were doing away with our rate. They were sending everything to shipyard, and the periscopes were going to be worked on at shipyard, and the binoculars and sextants and alidades, all the navigational equipment was being worked on by the quartermasters.
You know how to work a sextant?
Yeah, well, I did. It's been a while since I've done it, but yeah, that was one of our things. We had to strip them down to bare metal, repaint them, rechalk them, calibrate them, and make sure they worked.
I got
Second
no
thing-
idea how to work that thing. I've looked through them before, but shit, I don't know what I'm looking at.
It's yeah, it has to do. You got to know. I mean,
We'd be
Yeah.
lost if it was me driving with that.
yeah, you have to have a fixed object in space, which normally was the North Star.
Yeah, but which one is it? There's 880 billion of them out there.
Yeah, well, the North Star is the I think it's the end of the handle of the Big Dipper, I think is what it is. Somewhere around in that area, one of the dippers. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
We'd be lost if I was driving with that thing.
But they still have to have them on board in case they lose GPS. They still got to be able to navigate using the compass and the sextants and the alidades and the parallel motion protractors and all that stuff.
Where'd you go to boot camp?
What's that?
Where'd you go to boot camp? Great Lakes?
Oh no, I was lucky. I went to Orlando.
Oh. I was San Diego.
Yeah, they didn't. When I went in, it was just either Great Mistakes or Great Lakes or Orlando.
Now, they've since decommissioned that base, but shit, they even did decommission Miramar where our squadron was out of. That was a fun time back then.
Yeah, I miss a lot. I still talk to some of the guys online on Facebook, but one of them he'll be retiring this year as a Master Chief, and the other one retired 3 years ago as Senior Chief.
I got two friends that were senior chiefs. One of them is now I can't remember his last name. Don. Let me see what his last name is. I keep wanting to say Don Main, but it ain't Don Main. It's They're both named Don. Let's see here. Don, what the hell is your last name? Don Jenkins. You know him? South Carolina.
No,
Don Shipley. You know him?
no.
Don Shipley's a SEAL. You
Oh,
used to be
wow.
able to see his videos online, but they took him down. Now he's got his own website. Both of them guys were senior chiefs, and Jenkins decided he went officer. He got what a traitor, you know. He's got, but he was a commander. So Commander Don.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I got over to Pearl and was there for a year and came back the next Christmas. And I found out that a guy that I graduated high school with was stationed on the USS Tunney, which was a submarine over there in Pearl. So I met up with him. I'm like, I'm 6,000 miles away from home and run into a guy that I went to, graduated high school with.
Of
I thought,
course.
wow, that's pretty cool.
Today I was watching the USS Zippo. You know what ship that is?
The Zippo.
Yeah.
His name sounds familiar, but
Yeah. How about the Forest Fire?
heard of that one.
Yeah, that's the Forrestal, the same ship.
Yeah.
And John McCain during the Vietnam War. That was the first ship at Yankee Station, first aircraft carrier at Yankee Station. And I know how it started. They called John McCain Hot Shot McCain, and he, lit off his A4 and it heated up a Zuni rocket and it shot across the deck. And big nobody will hold anybody account. He's gone anyway. So, but yeah, I was watching that today. Did you ever watch The Man from Locks Navy movie?
Man, no, I haven't heard of that one.
You can find that on YouTube. Look at that one. That's gross. That guy died. Liquid oxygen and grease causes spontaneous combustion.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So the submarines have oxygen generators on board. And that was the first thing they told us, do not lubricate any fittings.
Don't have greasy pants around it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe taught me some stuff. I know how to paint gray with the best of them.
Yeah. I know what well, heck, what is that thing called now? Golly. It's an air tool that got all little spikes on it.
Oh, the rust removing tool. It's air hammer, but what's the name?
It's not an air hammer, it's like that, but it's got spikes on it. And they use it to peel up the decking material on the submarines. Because they got to repaint them every so often.
I got one in my toolbox, but I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah. But you ought to be inside of one of those submarines when they're running that thing outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go flying in the morning, see if we can't get a couple flights in before it gets crappy. I gotta do laundry tomorrow. I won't have any clean clothes for the mats.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe getting some tomorrow afternoon.
Let me check the chat session and see if anybody
Yeah.
has anything. The bad thing about it is with this is I need about 4 screens with all the windows that I gotta have over it.
Right.
It's called a scaler. Chris Everson
Yeah.
said it's a scaler.
Yeah. Yes, right.
Chris doesn't have a camera. And he helped paint a B-26 Marauder. what do I need to join? You need the Zoom browser, Chris, and just click on that, and that'll bring you in. Now, if you don't have a camera, it'll just be a black screen, but you can at least talk if you got a microphone. I need to pop that chat out or something. Maybe I'll just push this over here.
There's one thing I would like to get a hold of, but I won't ever get to is a pair of big eyes.
A pair of what?
Big eyes, the big binoculars that's on deck.
Oh, yeah.
You can use those things. They had a 120 millimeter, 150 millimeter objective lenses. You could use them 30 minutes after dark. You can still see.
Yeah, but they got glasses now that are far superior, smaller and can see farther.
Yeah, but I mean, I just like to have a pair, just because, like I say, it's big eyes. I mean, the problem is they weigh like 75 pounds.
Chris, if you go to the my YouTube channel and look at the community tab, because you're a paid subscriber, you'll be able to see that post that I put. Click on that link and it should take you to a Zoom download. And then you open that up and you'll come right in. Got it mostly worked out to live screen from the LPAD. Got my generator, 100-foot cord, so I don't have to listen to that stupid generator run. I'm gonna take this stand that I'm on and a board and my chair, microphones, and gonna drag a lot of shit there, that's for sure.
Is there a place you can go online to the AMA website and see a list of who all signed up?
Are you an AMA member?
No.
Then you won't be able to see it.
Okay.
I can tell you there's about 70 entrants.
I know Mike and Sam's going. They're competing in the combat, and then I think Sam's going to be in the
He'll be the winner of junior. You know why?
there's no more juniors.
There ain't nobody else.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I was going to get my son, my youngest one, he's 15. He's wanting to start flying, but about 2 months ago he blew out his knee, so he's been in a recliner for two months, or about 8 weeks now. So as soon as I get him healed up where he can spin around in a circle, I'll get him out there.
We had a guy named Carl Shoup back in, I don't know, 2005 maybe. He was a machine operator. He cut his thumbs off, and they sewed his toes to his thumbs.
Oh, wow.
And so there was the first handicap that he had. So then he breaks his legs or something. I don't know. Something happened to him. He's in a wheelchair, but he's still flying in a wheelchair. There's video of him at VSC flying in a wheelchair.
Is he one of those electric ones?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, I figured he'd get one of those little hover rounds and just go left turn or something all the time. And
Pushed it with his foot.
okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I've seen the one where they got the chair that spins around. I don't know if I'd like that or not. If I had a dead wing over or something, you can't get away from it. Thing plant it right in your lap, you know.
That is the nice thing about these meetings or the internet or whatever. We didn't know what the scaler was called, and Chris knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one, but I don't know what it's called. I probably did it one time, but
Yeah, well, like I say, I did too back then, but I never had to run one, but I knew what the damn things were. Because they made an awful racket on that hull.
I got air hammers. I got everything.
Yeah, I got, yeah, I do too. I've not a mechanic as long as you, but I've done it for about 15 years. And then my last place I was working at here in town, they corporate went belly up, so we all lost our jobs. And it was a it was a local franchise. And then Firestone came in there now, but yeah, when I lost it, I just hung up my tools and I work on my own vehicles, and that's it.
Let's see what this says. Direction: shake well. Okay, shook it well. It says, don't do this into a small amount of product in a foam applicator or cloth. Spread leaves in one section at a time. Allow it to dry. Do a haze. Soft cloth. Not intended for vinyl, wood, flat paint, where slippery surface is undesirable. Well, we'll see if it works.
I was going to ask you too, because when you buff yours out and everything with the rubbing compound, then you put the wax on it, the turtle wax there, or whatever it is. How often do you have to re-wax them?
Once a year. I
Because
mean,
I didn't know how much the fuel would take care of the wax.
well, try not to get any fuel on it. You know,
Right, right, I know, but I mean, if you're running nitro, it's going to get on the wing.
No, it shouldn't. Oil gets on the wing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
That don't hurt it.
you don't. Okay,
No,
if you got nitro on there, something's wrong.
if around the fuel inlet or the exit or whatever, if you got raw fuel on there and you don't get it wiped off right away, it could soften that up pretty good. But I only run 5% nitro, so 5% is pretty mild stuff.
Yeah,
It really doesn't affect the paint too much. Now, if you're running 10, 15, 20%, it could eat the paint right off. Let's see what this does. I'm just a product tester today. I didn't like that other stuff. The McGuire, twice as expensive, but didn't really shine up. Chris Everson, are you still there? I told you how to get in. Figure we paid for this Zoom call stuff, we might as well use it.
yeah, as well.
It makes, I think, for a better program if I got some feedback from somebody,
Somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
You don't always have John with you.
No, I only tell so many stories of my childhood.
Yeah.
Can't remember them all. But the guys seem to like some of them funny stories.
Oh, yeah. Thing about it is kids nowadays don't get into trouble like we did.
No, they're out gangbanging. I was,
Well, they're afraid. I mean, you got too many cameras around. I'm just glad. I was like, I'm glad I did all my stupid shit when there wasn't no cameras around.
I'm afraid of cameras. Ugh. I'm glad I put that tucker on the nose. That really added something.
Yeah. I think it looks better white with the red Dr. Pepper than it would have with the red and the white Dr. Pepper. I think it had just been too much red for that plane. I like the white, really stands out.
Well, just like
You could have put Diet Dr. Pepper on it.
looking to see if he has a mic. Hola, ¿cómo está, Alberto? It's hola, buonotte. So that must be buenas noches. It must be nighttime in Brazil. I get a lot of friends in Brazil that know me. Benet Rodriguez and the Cato. What the hell's that guy's name? The Brazilian guys they're a crack up. They're funny as hell. A lot of fun. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh, I was gonna switch camera views, but I got too many damn screens open here. There we go. There's the tucker on the nose.
Yeah. You don't hide a date or anything on them anywhere, do you?
No.
You just
All right.
remember. You
Why
just
would I do that?
just remember when you built them, huh?
Yeah. It doesn't much matter. I mean, I have all my airplanes that I don't crash very often, thank God. You know, I sell more than I crash.
Oh, speaking of, did you sell your Bearcat?
Not yet.
Oh, you said you had that one and a couple others that you were looking at pawing off on somebody.
Pawing off on somebody, make it sound like it's bad.
No, sell.
No, I haven't sold them yet.
I mean, like I said, if you ain't got the time to do it, then
Well, I got time to do it. I just don't have the space to do it. Not here. And I got $7,000 left to go on my bills. And when that's done, then I can go home.
you retire or just go home.
I'll retire and go home. Retire and go home.
Retire squared, huh?
Yeah. I didn't work during the whole Obama years, and I might not work for the whole Biden years if things don't straighten out here.
Yeah.
We'll just lay down, let everybody fend for themselves. I know how to survive without working.
Well, that's the way it is now. Nobody's wanting to work now.
Yeah, but I ain't getting paid like that. They're making
Right.
$1,000 a week to do nothing.
Yeah, really. That's why nobody's wanting to work. Like somebody said, you throw that extra $300 a week on the working man's check and see how many of those unemployment will go back to work.
I've never collected unemployment in my life. Never.
I have. I got laid off for a month last year, and then I collected unemployment while I was going to the auto diesel college here in Nashville.
I found it just easier to get a job. Uh-oh.
Yep. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick.
Okay. There we go, guys. The shine's coming up pretty good. It almost looks like a windy airplane.
You can see the shine, but I'm sure it's not like it is there in person.
It's much better in person. Like glass.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Did you end up putting 2 coats of clear on that or just the one?
On this one,
Yeah.
it's got 1 quart. Whatever, how many coats that is
Okay.
it's 1 pint thin to a quart. Whatever, I mean, my diet is 1 quart of unthinned dope. So you get half of that for the substrate and half of that for the top coat. And
Yeah.
whatever that is how many coats you get. And when you're out of dope, you're done painting.
Yeah.
And if you go back and tip the can and cheat, you're going to be overweight. Now this one here ended up 2 ounces heavier than my PA-75 airplane. This is 62 ounces, and the PA-75 airplane is 60 ounces.
Heavier wood.
It must be. And I'm pretty careful with wood selection.
Oh yeah. I follow all your builds there, but I like that open cockpit. That's a cool looking plane.
Yeah, I think part of the extra weight is how things are done on this airplane, you know. I don't think I would be happy with the PA in this airplane. See, a PA motor just the motor is 1 ounce heavier, and you start adding the pipe and the fuel tank, you end up 2 ounces heavier.
Yeah.
And it's all the way up in the nose, and you can feel that when you're flying. At least I can, and I just don't like it. I wonder why this thing is blue. Oh, back to this camera view. If I need another screen. That's the bad thing. There we go. Bring this down. Oh, I'm going to monkey with settings. That's what we'll do. And as long as you're on here, which is a good thing, we'll see if we can monkey with settings. View. Immersive view. What is that? Yes, speaker view, gallery view. Huh. Oh yeah, that's kind of neat. Let's see here. Live video. Yeah, it won't work. So that ain't it. That ain't the setting I need. over here, video. See, oh, shoot.
Uh-oh. Hey, there we go.
The security participants, share screen. There we go. Logic captured. Oh, something happened to you. What happened to you?
I had two dots on the bottom. I was seeing what they were. One of them was safe driving mode. So I'm like, no, because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I don't think I need Zoom on safe driving mode here.
See here. Maybe pin. Ah, there we go. Mute my video, stop my video, choose a virtual background. Pin. Let's pin that. There we go. How's that? That should have made my video big and your video small. Did it do that?
Well, I'm already on a thumbnail on mine. Your video is big on my screen.
Okay. Yeah, let me see what it did to let's
Now
see
what it did
happened.
on you, what it did on YouTube or anything like that, I don't know.
There it is. Yeah, that's what it does. It pins the all right, I found that setting. That's good. Okay. So anything I'm seeing here. This is all new to us, this Zoom shit. And it wasn't cheap. Let's see, speakers, test speakers, switch phone up to phone audio, leave computer audio, audio settings, select the speaker, stereo mix. That's not nothing I need there. See video. Choose a virtual background. I don't know what that's about. Let's try that. Let's see here. Let's go to outer space. What does that do?
It took away everything. All I see is the Earth. The only thing I see is your snap-on, I guess it's your jacket.
Yeah.
I see that and the tail of the left stabilizer. Everything in the bottom right corner of the screen is visible. Everything else went to outer space.
Let's see what happens when I stand in front of it. It will cut me out. So that is, or is it that camera? Maybe it's that one. No. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Let's try this.
There you are.
Man,
You flying high now.
we're broadcasting live from outer space. Whee! That's neat. Let's see what else we got here. Where did I find that?
No, I see your microphone.
Yeah, it looks like a flying saucer. Video. Choose virtual background. How do you stop that? Oh, man. Oh. Remove pin. Try that. No, I didn't do it. I don't know how to get that. Let's see here. Mute my video. I think I've just screwed things up.
Should be able to exit out of it.
Choose virtual background.
Is there a none on there?
I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, there is. Let's go to San Francisco. Yay!
Still got your microphone there on the bridge, Stunt Hangar.
Go to Aurora Borealis or whatever. There we go.
There we are.
Okay, well,
Back to the Tucker.
yeah, let's see here. share screen, audio, video, recording profile, statistics, feedback, keyboard accessibility. There's a lot of things to do on this. Video filters, let's look at that.
Like you said, you need to hire you a 12-year-old.
You bet. Ah, there we go.
Old school.
Yeah, old school TV. Look here. How about this? Let's see what happens when I stand in front of that. I don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen. Let's see here. No. There we go. I'd be a pirate. Error! Shiver me timbers.
You were in the Navy.
Put them on.
3D.
How about this?
Oh,
Yay!
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm a scholar now.
Well, yeah. Scholar.
For sure. Nice mustache.
You got one with a Bob Ross wig, do you? A big afro.
No, there's no Bob Ross on here. Be bozo. Hey, man. There it is. Let's go skiing. Yay. Drone flying.
There you go. Fly your Tucker there as a in the VR. Put your camera on it.
Dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh.
You got something on your hat there. What is it? Rest in peace?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
it's a little baby hat.
Boost. I don't know what this stuff does. Got a lot of buttons on though.
Oh, you went black and white.
There we go.
Now you're changing colors.
Might as well push the buttons and see what goes on.
Well, you really got a red shirt there. Hey, back on TV again.
Got the smiley faces. We got the shipboard camera here. Ah, there's the TV. Well, I'll quit playing with that. Oh, it's even got sound effects. Let's see what that does. Oh, studio effects. Eyebrows, mustard, lip color. Isn't that something? Apply to all feature settings. No, thank you. Close.
You don't want to get rid of the gray?
We'll pass. Anyway, I thought I'd give that a whirl. Again. There we go. Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna have to head out for a second. I gotta help the wife bring in some groceries, so I'll be back after a while.
I'm gonna knock this off.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming in and giving me a hand with this.
Yeah.
And everybody on YouTube, we'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.
See ya.